Hey, what is up, guys? This is Primal Dialga, and today I'm going to be talking about the time that a homeless person gave me money. Yeah, usually when you think of homeless people, you think of people begging for money, but in this instance, it was actually the reverse. They were giving me money so I could get them something. But anyway, we'll just jump right into it. And one more thing before we start. Yesterday I did a half marathon and it was really windy and a little bit cold, so my lips are chapped, so my mouth only wants to go rah rah rah. So if I look kind of stiff telling this story, then that's why, cuz my mouth doesn't want to expand any more than that. But anyway, this happened a couple years ago. I had spent the night at my friend's house the night before, and we went to Waffle House at Five Points, which is a place in downtown Birmingham. It's called Five Points because it's where five roads intersect, and it's kind of a hangout place. There's a lot of restaurants and bars and all that stuff. But it was the morning, so we just went to Waffle House to eat. But since Five Points is one of the more popular places in Birmingham, there's a fair amount of homeless people there too. You won't see a ton, but probably if you go there, then you'll see one or two. Anyway, so after we were done eating, we were just walking around, and I don't go to Five Points a ton because my friend, he lives a lot closer to downtown Birmingham. I live like 25 minutes away, so I don't really go there all that often. So he kind of knew more how to interact with the homeless, I guess, than I do, because he just ignores them. But for me, I'm like, they're people too. I'll talk to them. But anyway, so we were just walking, and there was a homeless guy that was trying to get our attention. He was maybe, I don't know, 30 feet away. But he started walking towards us, and my friend was not really paying him any attention. He wouldn't even look at him. But, I was just watching him, and he came over to me, and when he got to about 10 feet away, he held out his hand like he was going to hand me something. I was like, that's weird. Because usually, like, when homeless people go up to you, instead of their hand like this, their hand is like this, like, give me money, please. And so I held out my hand, and he gave me 35 cents, and I was like, what? This seems kind of backwards. So what he said made sense afterwards. So he was like, "Hey man," and there was a gas station nearby. He's like, "Hey, can you go in there and get me some gum? Because the owner won't let me go in there, and I just want some gum." So I was thinking, you know, he's homeless. He probably doesn't have a toothbrush or anything like that. If he wants some gum to not have rank breath, then cool. I kind of felt sorry for him. So I was like, okay. So I went in, and they actually did have gum for 35 cents. It was pretty much like a third of a normal pack. It was only like, four sticks of gum, but it was 35 cents. So I went in and bought those. But before I walked out of the store, like as he was giving me my receipt or something, I heard some yelling outside, and I was thinking that because sometimes people will just see someone that they recognize, so like they'll be on one side of the road and the other person will be on the other side. They'll be like, "Hey, Bill, what's up?" And the other's just like, "Hey." So I was thinking it was something like that, but it was actually just one guy yelling, and so anyway, I could see in the owner's face or the manager's face that he knew what was going on. I had no idea what was going on. So I walked out, and it was the homeless guy. He was just out there in front of the gas station just shouting. I think shouting at the manager, and the manager he went up in front of the he went up to the homeless guy and got all up in his face. Like they were probably this far away from each other, all up in each other's face, like yelling. And I was like, "Oh my God, what is going on?" So, but the homeless guy saw me, and I just tossed him the gum. And I was like, "I am out of here." So I turned around and I didn't know where my friend went because he didn't want to go in with me. So anyway, uh, I just turned around and I saw him whip up on the curb with his car. He's like, "Get in!" And so, because we had no idea what was gonna go on, we didn't know if someone was gonna like pull out a gun or something, and so um, that was pretty much it. We just left, and the day was pretty normal from then on. So that was my story about a homeless person giving me money, and I guess the homeless person was on drugs of some sort because no, or maybe he just had some sort of beef going with him. But I kind of feel like that he was on drugs because he seemed he it was like a the flip of a switch. Like he was totally chill with me when he was asking me for gum, but then he just started like yelling for no reason, like when I went in to get gum. So that's pretty much the end of my story. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. Not necessarily to me, but at least subscribe to PewDiePie. And just making this video made me recollect some memories from homeless people shenanigans that we ran into in Atlanta, not in Birmingham. And I would add that to this video, but then the video would be more like 15 minutes or so. And I don't know if you guys have the attention span for that, so I'll just do a follow-up video sometime later. But I'll see you guys in the next video.